I don't know if y'all heard. Hold up. Did y'all hear about it? Did you? I don't think they did. It's official. We have the Isley brothers versus Earth, Wind, and Fire, and it will be going down April 4th. That's right, Easter Sunday, April 4th next week. So let's break this matchup down. It's AP. Let's talk about it. Come on, let's go. I love when Swiss and Timbaland, they do the verses for the more, you know, the 35 and up crowd. You know what I mean? That more grown, mature, wine sipping crowd. I could pull out, you know what I mean, my glass of wine and watch verses and just be chilling. You know what I mean? Listening to some Isley brothers. Spend the night with me tonight. Who's that lady? I mean, listen, to break this verses down is real simple. I'm not going to pick between the Isleys or Earth, Wind, and Fire. Rest in peace to Maurice White, one of the founding members of Earth, Wind, and Fire, who unfortunately won't be here for this verses because he actually died a couple years ago. I think it was from Parkinson's disease. But, you know, rest in heaven to Maurice. But Philip Bailey will be in the house. Ronald Isley is going to be there, you know, Mr. Biggs. But this verses is just going to be a fun one. I mean, I'm just going to love to see these two iconic groups and these, you know, several iconic people such as Ronald Isley, Philip Bailey, there just enjoying the moment, enjoying the celebration, and just really just having fun with it. I mean, how many times we've never in history before have seen two groups such as the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire just play the hits, you know, play the classics, play the platters, and just sit back and do their thing. Get away. Get away. I mean, Earth, Wind, and Fire got so many classics. Classics that span from the 60s all the way up into the now, 2021. I mean, and fun fact, a good fact here to know is that the Isley Brothers actually came out like 14 to 13 years before Earth, Wind, and Fire. I mean, Isley Brothers had hits like, you know, Fight the Power, you know, before Public Enemy had their classic, you know, Black Power, Black Movement song, Fight the Power. It was actually the Isley Brothers that had Fight the Power. I think it was part 1 and 2. And, you know, they was talking about, you know, revolutionary stuff, Black empowerment on that song. So this is just going to be a fun one. I'm so looking forward to seeing this versus Boogie Wonderland. Swiss and Timbaland are doing their thing. They made a bunch of versus announcements within the last week. I mean, we got Redman versus Method Man versus the hip hop versus on 420. You know, for all of y'all out there that don't know what 420 is, that's the day for the smokers. Full disclosure, I'm not a smoker at all. We got the SWV VERZUZ Xscape versus battle. And maybe y'all can help me out with this. I don't think Xscape has 20 songs. I mean, I know they got some of their earlier hits and stuff like that off of the first album, which was very successful, produced by Jermaine Dupri on So Def Records. Xscape really just didn't have too many bangers and too many albums after that. I think Xscape maybe only had like one full album or 2 more albums after that. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see if Xscape could get to 20 songs. But SWV on the other hand, yeah, I think SWV could scratch and crawl. It'll be a little bit of a reach along with Xscape. You know, I think it'll be a little bit of a reach, but I think SWV could kind of get to 20 maybe, but like SWV and Xscape are kind of like two of the same groups that mirror each other in the sense of that they, after their first album and second albums, they never really had any more albums after that and too many big hits after that. So I don't know. So we'll see what happens when SWV goes up against Xscape on that versus. But before we even get to that one, before we even get to SWV versus Xscape, make sure you check out the Isley Brothers versus Earth, Wind, and Fire on Easter Sunday.